here in the Philippines. Kita mo, sis?
There's a
He
big
did his
event.
homework.
Are you
Sa big
going,
party.
Andre?
Pupunta ka ba?
Pero favorite ko yung inception moment niya. Oh my gosh!
Oh, it's like discovering fire for the first time.
Kayo na yung nandun ngayon. I mean,
But anyway, Signal Super app, go check it out. For now, there are 8 apps in it. Nabanggit na nga ni Isa, but more apps to come to be part of Signal Super. Tomorrow is the event, as Cez mentioned, 5th Avenue, BGC. The Dawn, Raya, Sponge Cola, DJ Ace Ramos, a lot more. Catch it. Yeah.
Alright.
may gimmick na tayo agad bukas.
Yes.
Oh, malapit lang sa inyo. BGC lang kayo.
Okay, kita-kits.
Have a safe weekend. Thank you. Enjoy. And have a great weekend to Cez, to Sean, and to Pauline. On the show tonight, well, we've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander showing why he is the NBA MVP as the Oklahoma City Thunder go 2-0 in the Western Conference Finals. Plus, destination Diliman for VJ Pre after bidding farewell to the FEU Tamaramos.
And we catch up with Vanny Gandler after she signed a deal to stay with the Signal HD Spikers.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Litoncala.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy leaves, future moves, puts it on. Unbelievable.
Gemma on the left side. Oh, the pass! Another one! Macunas rejecting Esteban for the point.
Make it 2-0 now for the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Western Conference Finals. They pull off another dominant display at home, led by, guess who? You had one guess. The MVP, of course, this guy, man, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, rolling with the punches, the Thunder defeating the Minnesota Timberwolves in Game 2 of their series, 118-103. OKC just started to pull away towards the end of the second quarter. They were already up by 8 at the halftime break. Once again, the Thunder broke the game wide open in the last 2 periods. By the start of the fourth, their lead had grown to 22 points. SGA finishing here with game highs of 38 points and 8 assists. Jalen Williams adding 26 markers, 10 rebounds, and 5 dimes. Anthony Edwards tried to carry the Wolves with 32 points in a losing effort. The West Finals now move to Minnesota. Game 3 in Mini will tip off on Sunday, 8:30 a.m. Philippine time. After the contest, J-Dub and SGA talked about being up 2-0 in the series.
By playing hard on the defense, man, that's where it starts for us. And just trusting that the game's going to have its ups and downs, and we just got to stick with it.
Shai, how can you tell when you're just deflating your opponent when you guys go on one of those runs?
Yeah, it feels good. It starts with getting stops, so it always does. We get stops, we're able to play fast, play to our strengths, play in the open court, and be special.
What impressed you about this guy tonight?
Yeah, he's nothing that I haven't seen all season long, but he's so versatile out there, on the ball, off the ball offensively, on the ball, off the ball defensively. He rebounded his butt off tonight. There's nothing this kid can't do on the basketball court, and the world's seen it on the biggest stage in the world.
You guys are going to Minneapolis, up 2 games to none. Anthony Edwards got his tonight, but you guys really kept Julius Randle in check. What's going to be the key in Game 3 at their place?
Yeah, we got to do a better job on Ant. They're going to have a bunch of energy in the building, at home. It's a very good crowd over there. They're going to be into the game. We got to bring the fight early if we want to give ourselves a chance.
For the second straight game, the Timberwolves were able to hang with the Thunder in the early goings, only to get run over in the second half. Minnesota tried several times to mount a comeback down the stretch, but the deficit proved too much to overcome. While Ant-Man scored 32, he struggled from the field, hitting just 12 of 26 shots, including 1 of 9 from deep. Julius Randle had an off night, finishing with only 6 markers on 2 of 11 shooting. After the match, Randle and Wolves head coach Chris Finch addressed their struggles against OKC.
Yeah, I mean, I think it can be both. But, you know, for myself as a player, I got to take responsibility and be like, all right, I need to, see how the flow of the game is going. And like I said, just, get myself in some type of action, whether it's screening, cutting, rebounding, try to get some early seals, running the floor. You know what I mean? But I'll figure it out, and I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, obviously, Shea's a handful to contain. He's getting around us to when there's contact, he's getting around us, and we got to do a better job of squaring him. We got to square these drives. We got to play with more physicality. So every minute in a series is a chance to find something. So we're going to go back home. This is a good team at home. So we're going to go home and fight for Game 3. I mean, heads up and look at the tape and get ready for Game 3.
Well, prior to Game 2, newly minted MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander officially received the Michael Jordan Trophy. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver presented the trophy in front of a very rowdy Thunder crowd at the Paycom Center in OKC. Shai received 71 out of 100 possible first-place votes. He edged out last year's MVP Nikola Jokic for the award days after eliminating him and the Denver Nuggets in the West semifinals. SGA joined Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook as the MVPs produced by the Thunder franchise.
SGA wasn't the only one honored before today's game. Two of his Thunder teammates were also selected to the NBA All-Defensive Teams. Swingman Lou Dort is part of the All-Defensive First Team, along with Defensive Player of the Year Evan Mobley of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Most Improved Player and DPOY runner-up Dyson Daniels of the Atlanta Hawks, Amen Thompson of the Houston Rockets, and veteran forward center Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors. Another Thunder guard, Jalen Williams, continues to get rewarded for his breakout year. He was named to the All-Defensive Second Team. Joining him are Portland Trailblazers forward Tumani Kamara and big man Rudy Gobert of the Minnesota Timberwolves, Jaren Jackson Jr. of the Memphis Grizzlies, and Ivica Zubac of the LA Clippers. A global media panel of 100 voters selected 5 players for each defensive team. Each player earned 2 points for each first-team vote and a point for each second-team vote.
Meantime, the Denver Nuggets take the interim label off David Adelman to make him the team's full-time head coach. It is official. Adelman replaced Mike Malone back in April with just 3 games left in the regular season. Under Adelman's watch, the Nugs won all those outings to avoid falling into the play-in tournament. Come playoff time, the 44-year-old tactician guided Denver past the LA Clippers in 7 games to make it to the second round. The Nugs then played another Game 7, but they eventually bowed out against West leading Thunder. Here's Nuggets boss Josh Kroenke talking about Adelman's promotion and their plans for Denver's future.
And so we're going to be moving forward with David Adelman as our head coach, moving forward for next season and beyond. I think that the way the group really rallied around him and not only a different voice but a different style of communication was fantastic to see. And so we're really excited about him, both what he's shown over the last 6 weeks and then having a full summer, a full training camp, and a full year to get things under his belt before we go back at it again this time next year. Like I said, on the front office stuff, I want to take my time a little bit more. Ben Tenzer's done an unbelievable job over the last 6 weeks getting things reorganized to a place, along with the rest of our staff. But Ben's been with us for a very long time. I want to solicit his opinion. Tommy Balchitis is in our front office. I want to solicit his opinion because these guys have seen the ups and downs through thick and thin over the last 10 plus years. And then I'm also going to be soliciting some outside opinion. So there's going to be an extensive process from a front office standpoint. But
coming up here on Play by Play, we've got Signal HD Spiker star Vanny Gandler live in the studio. And we'll talk to Vanny about her fresh long-term deal with Signal and the upcoming PBL season. Catch that conversation, a lot more, when Play by Thank you for joining us here on Play-by-Play on One News. VJ Pre is taking his talents to Diliman. The reigning UAAP Men's Basketball Rookie of the Year is transferring to the UP Fighting Maroons. And this comes days after he announced that he's leaving the FEU Tamaraos. UP landed Pre despite not being in the picture when his family initially entertained offers to move. But the Fighting Maroons made a late push before ultimately securing his services. A few weeks ago, Pre was dead set on remaining in FEU Tamarao, but his family wanted a different path. In his lone season with FEU, Pre put up 13.3 points and 7 rebounds per game. The 6'5" forward will sit out the upcoming season 88 before suiting up for the Fighting Maroons in season 89. Because of the UAAP's new transfer rules, Pre will also only have 2 years of eligibility left in the UAAP.
Moving on to the PBA, the NLEX Road Warriors have jumped to the top of the standings of the Philippine Cup. That's after the Road Warriors edged out the Converge Fiber Xers 88-83. NLEX has now won a franchise best 6 straight games. Robert Bolick delivered clutch shots down the stretch to stave off a late charge by the Fiber Xers. Bolick finished with 19 points, 7 rebounds, and 10 assists. NLEX now shares the top spot in the standings with Magnolia. They both have a 6-1 record. The Road Warriors have also virtually secured a quarterfinal slot in the conference. Converge slides to 5 wins and 4 losses.
Masaya talaga ako sa teammates ko. Grabe, Cyrus, Tony, Brandon, Bayo. Ibang klase yung pinakita ng mga batang to, rookie, pero yun nga, binibigyan namin sila ng kumpiyansa, binibigyan sila ng kumpiyansa ni coach. Grabe sila magtrabaho, and sabi ko nga, malakas talaga yung Converge, talent-wise. Pero sabi ko, lagyan lang natin ng effort. For sure, mananalo tayo. And credit sa teammates ko, grabe si Bayo, sila Tony. Lakas yung dalawa, Twin Tower talaga, pero tinan mo yung rebounds, dumikit kami. Credit talaga sa dalawang yan. Mga big man namin, ibang klase. So, hindi dahil sa kanila, hindi kami nag-6-1. So, sila talaga yung malaking contributor sa team namin. So,
meantime, it's Barangay Ginebra San Miguel versus the Blackwater Bossing in tonight's second PBA game. Blackwater with a strong start of the match. To the match at the end of the first, it was a Bossing with a lead 25-19. But come the second, the Gin Kings went on a 19-7 run to snatch the lead. This was capped off by Troy Rosario's basket just at the buzzer. At the half, it's Ginebra with a slim edge here, 46-43. Ginebra is out to inch closer to a playoff spot, while the Bossing fighting for survival amid what has been a very difficult campaign so far this conference. The second half is currently ongoing. Switching things up now to volleyball, the Signal HD Spikers have locked up their star for the future, signing Vanny Gandler to a long-term extension.
Gandler is fresh off another strong campaign with the HD Spikers during the 2024-25 PVL All-Filipino Conference. She now joins us live here in the studio. Good evening, Vanny, and thank you for joining us here on Play by Play.
Good evening.
Hey, Vanny, good to see you again. How's it going? No, congratulations. Batang-bata, we're just trying to blend in. Tita Andre and Tita Cheska are here. She graduated 2023. Ako 05, sabi niya, what? Ako BF, same school, pero decades apart.
Yeah.
Generations. But Van, go ahead,
All
check.
right. Well, I mean, first of all, congratulations.
Yes, super.
I mean, there are so many things about Signal that everybody loves. The fans just obviously continue the support nonstop. We want to know, from your perspective, I mean, what is it about Signal that made you decide to stay?
I was saying earlier that my growth, not just on the court, but also off the court, has been rapid. I think everyone could agree with me that I've grown so much ever since I entered the pros. So I know that under Coach Shaq and with my teammates and other coaches and the management, of course, there's still so much more I can learn with the team. So.
No, I agree with what she was saying, because when you left Ateneo, of course, we always grow. diba, you guys and athletes in your line of work, you have to keep on growing, learning more new things. And like what you said in Signal, I have to agree, you have improved a lot. Not like you weren't a good player. She was already a highly recruit since high school and then college. But kita like even your efforts attacking, defense. Do you agree?
I do agree, yes.
Modesty aside.
I do agree naman.
Yeah. Yeah, you can flex. It's okay. Okay, you mentioned in a previous interview that your job isn't done though with the team. What unfinished business are you referring to?
Winning the championship, of course. I know Signal's been eyeing that for so long, and I know that our team can make it. You know, we have the right talent. Now we're rebuilding. Now we have the right coaches and the management. So I know that we're always almost there. I said earlier, but not quite. So you know, that's definitely not done.
You mentioned a while ago, you know, that your growth. You talk about your growth, and we've witnessed your growth as a player from Ateneo to Signal and everything, and now you have more years coming with Signal. So what else is there that Vanny Gandler wants to improve on?
Well, I always say every skill of mine,
aspect,
of course. Yeah, every aspect, of course. It's not just one skill. I really can't. Also, of course, also my maturity, my leadership. I definitely have a bigger role in the team now. Now that I'm one of the older ones, the veterans in the team. So yeah, those are.
You're also considered as one of the leaders. You said you're already a veteran, and as Czech mentioned, we've seen your growth. Even Zobel High School pa lang, tapos you transfer to Ateneo, that broke a lot of green hearts. And then from Ateneo, that broke a lot of blue hearts when you left and then decided to go pro as well. But here, Vanny, who do you consider among your teammates like has been helpful a lot? I know a lot of your teammates have been helpful, but you personally, can you like name me a few na talagang has been like a big help for you on and off the court?
Well, I want to name a few teammates that aren't with us anymore in the team, but at the Rachel Dakis and at the Jovelyn Gonzaga. I think everyone would agree with me that their leadership is really different. It's really inspiring, and it really impacts you. So they really brought the confidence out in me. So now I really play more confidently.
More vocal.
Yeah, not just them. I was really comfortable enough to be myself, you know, just be my own person in the team and play the way I play and lead the way I lead.
Yeah, play loosely, and that helps a lot.
Yeah.
And two great names to bring up because the way Rachel and Jovelyn lead and uplift
Correct.
the teammates are
Good example,
that's just incredible to watch. So now we're going to talk about the 4 new additions for the HD Spikers during the off season. Can we talk about this stronger lineup for the upcoming conferences? You have, I think, Erica Santos, Ethan Arce, Heather Ginoo, and Tint Yamzon.
Yes.
There it is.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm really happy to have them in the team. You know, our team was struggling last conference, especially because we lacked manpower. So it's so nice for me to see that our team is growing again, our family is growing, and we're getting the help that we needed.
Yeah. You added 2 outside hitters, an opposite, and a middle blocker.
Yes.
Who I'm sure you're excited to play with all 4 of the new additions. But out of the 4, who are you most excited to play with?
I'm excited to play with Erica Santos, of course. You know, going up against her, it was never easy. So we all know we all know that she's a tough opponent.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to say that now she's a teammate. So I'm really excited for that.
Yeah. Opposite. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Ito na naman tayo. I wish we had
Why?
more time. It's
We
always,
always
I
say
wish we
that.
had more time with our guests because it's true.
Yeah.
But okay, before we let you go, Vanny, 2 of your former teammates in Ateneo, Leandro Guzman and AC Minor, are now set to join the PVL draft. You've gone through this. You know what it's like transitioning from collegiate basketball to volleyball. Collegiate volleyball
Now to the pros.
Now to the pros.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for them as they enter this new phase?
My mindset coming into the pros, the first 2 years actually, was really to just focus on my growth. So not really get frustrated with any the hurdles that I experience, or not get frustrated if I don't have playing time or what. I just really wanted to learn from the veterans because, you know, they're more experienced than me. I think that's a good mindset to have coming into the pros because, you know, like you have a long journey. I don't think you have to pressure yourself early on, and your improvement will happen naturally as long as you just enjoy the process. Yeah.
Before we let you go quickly, I know you said championship. What else does Vanny Gandler want or to accomplish, achieve, especially for this year, 2025? You saw that? Yung tawa yan.
Because, I don't know, I really prefer focusing on really just getting better. I don't like focusing on any individual awards because I know that if I focus on getting the championship, be the best team player I could be, it will bring out the best version of myself as well. So I know that every individual accolade will just come naturally if I just, you know, So.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, Signal HD Spikers star Vanny Gandler. We hope to have you back on the show.
Thanks,
one of these
man.
days.
Thank you so
Door
much.
of the show, always open to you. Rooting for you and Signal. Excited, especially for the fans.
All right, coming up, Gilas Youth getting ready for action starting this weekend. Find out what's in store for the team in the first round of the FIBA Under-16 Asia Cup Siaba qualifiers. Play-by-play, we'll be right back. Welcome back. You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. Mark your calendars, Gilas Pilipinas fans. We've got the teams scheduled to start off the FIBA Asia Cup in August. Gilas will play Chinese Taipei on August 6, New Zealand on August 7 in a highly anticipated rematch, and finally Iraq on August 9th. Chinese Taipei and New Zealand were grouped with the Philippines in the Asia Cup qualifiers as well. Gilas will need a first-place finish in Group D to earn an automatic berth to the quarterfinals. But if they fall short of that, there will be a play-in round for second and third-place teams from each group. And at stake are 4 more quarterfinal slots. This year's FIBA Asia Cup will take place in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia.
we've got an all-NBA lineup for you in tonight's highlight reel. Before we head on to the weekend, let's go now to Game 2, Western Conference Finals between the OKC Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves, still in Oklahoma City. Julius Randle kick out, Anthony Edwards attacks against two defenders. The harm to contact, no foul there, but still bulldozing his way. Take a look at that play again, beating Wallace in the first defense. Then last line of defense, Chet Holmgren, no problem for the very athletic Ant-Man. Ant posting team high 32 points for many, but unfortunately for Wolves faithful, those were not enough. They're down now 0-2 in this series to OKC. Same game, this time from the winning team. Take a look at Casey Wallace, the drop off to Chet Holmgren, and then the stare down, and making sure Dante DiVincenzo, too little boy. Take a look at that play again. Good pass there. Turning around was Wallace, then to Holmgren, who knows what to do with it, with a flush. That's not the only one. OKC having their way with Mini in the second half. Finally, an encore from the same duo. Off the steal, Wallace on the attack, on the run, as Ludor on the right, Holmgren on the left, and dunking on an alley-oop on guess who again? Two posters on Dante DiVincenzo. Poor Dante here. They lose. Gets two posters from Chet Holmgren. Huwag mo na kasi sabayan, 7-footer yan. Holmgren, 22 points. Wallace, by the way, chipping in 8 points here, 4 assists. Coming off the bench, Thunder beat the T-Wolves. Game 2, 118-103. They're now up 2-0. OKC. Of course, we'll move now. This series will go to Minnesota, Game 3 on Sunday, by the way, 8:30 a.m. Philippine time. Cheska.
All right, before we go, we want to wish Gilas Youth good luck in the FIBA Under-16 Asia Cup Siaba qualifiers, which begin tomorrow. This will be the first real test for newly minted youth team head coach L.A. Tenorio. All games will be at the Brand Z Giao Convention Center in San Fernando, Pampanga. Hectic schedule here with 5 games in 6 days for Gilas Youth. Tomorrow, the national team will open their campaign against Vietnam. Next up is Thailand on Sunday, then Singapore on Monday. Tuesday's a free day before plunging back into action on Wednesday versus Indonesia. The Philippines will wrap up the eliminations against Malaysia on Thursday. Game times are all at 7 p.m. On May 30, next Friday, the classification games will be played starting at 2 p.m. before the gold medal game, which will also happen at 7 p.m. Watch the games on One Sports, One Sports Plus, and the Pilipinas Live app.
Gilas U16, good luck to Batang Gilas, yes, and Bards. Coach L.A. Latiniente. I'm sure he will make noise, and the team will make noise. We're always rooting for Gilas Pilipinas, maybe the seniors or the U16. Any plans this weekend, Check?
I am staying in bed.
Sana all, sarap talaga. Weekend na. We gotta do the dance. But that's all from us tonight, the whole week. Thank you for watching Play-by-Play, but you can catch us again Monday, 8:30 p.m. for a play-by-play of the day's top sports stories.
Play-by-Play is on One News, that's Signal TV Channel 8 on SD and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
Stay safe, stay healthy, have a great weekend. You enjoy your weekend. You enjoy your weekend.
I will.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Liton Calao. Thank you for watching. Happy weekend, everyone.